Welcome back. Now for your 5-day weather forecast, we go outside to Arda's Arcarian.
Although the sun warmed us up today, expect a drop in temperature this evening with scattered flurries overnight. Any gardeners out there might worry about their new tulip buds freezing, but not to worry. The rest of the week will gradually warm up. Tonight we will see a high of 3 degrees and a low of 0. Thursday will bring us a high of 6 degrees with some showers and a low of 0. Friday will bring us more rain with a high of 6 degrees and a low of 1 degree. Saturday and Sunday, the sun will shine again with a high of 8 degrees on Saturday and a low of 0. Sunday will have cloudy periods with a high of 9 degrees and a low of 1 degree. That's all for weather. Try to enjoy the sunshine today while you can. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Arda. Now turning to international news. Rebels have retreated from the Libyan oil port Ras Lanuf after being heavily shelled by Muammar Gaddafi's forces. An AP reporter near the scene heard explosions as NATO planes flew over the fighting, indicating a new wave of strikes against Gaddafi supporters. Elsewhere, Canadian CF-18s bombed a Libyan ammunition dump for the second time after surveillance showed some bunkers survived the first attack. The United States says it will reduce its military role in Libya over the next couple of weeks and will have other coalition partners handling the responsibilities. Russia says the coalition has exceeded its mandate after an American plane fired missiles at a Libyan gunboat.
The Tokyo Electric Power Company says it has no choice but to write off 4 of the 6 nuclear reactors at the Fukushima Daiichi plant. Though the remaining 2 reactors in the plant are operational, they have not been restarted. Meanwhile, Japan's Nuclear and Industrial Safety Agency has announced the increase of iodine in the seawater surrounding the plant. Tests revealed the amounts of radioactive material in the water are 3,055 times the safety standard. The agency says the water poses no health threat.
Rebels in Ivory Coast loyal to presidential hopeful Alassane Ouattara are closing in on the country's capital, Yamoussoukro. A spokesman for Ivory Coast incumbent President Laurent Gbagbo has called for a ceasefire after rebels captured 2 more towns. Ouattara's ambassador to Paris says rebel forces are now in control of 3/4 of the country. And if the rebels are able to capture Yamoussoukro, the victory would be largely symbolic, as the real center of power rests in Ivory Coast's largest city of Abidjan.
Bahrain Shiite opposition leader Ali Salman has warned regional superpowers Iran and Saudi Arabia not to meddle in the country's internal affairs. Salman charges that the Shiite government in Tehran orchestrated the month-long protests in Bahrain, while the Interior Minister of Bahrain links the troubles to Lebanon's Iran-backed Shiite group Hezbollah. Salman urges Saudi forces to withdraw troops from the country in order to avoid further conflict.
And now, with your sports news, here's Kayla Card-Forbes.
The semi-final game between India and Pakistan is underway at the Cricket World Cup in Mohali, India. India has powered their way to a big lead over Pakistan after getting off to a slow start. The prime ministers of both countries are in attendance as the 2 nations have taken the day off to enjoy the festivities. The game is being watched by an estimated 1 billion people worldwide. Here at Humber, we asked enthusiastic spectators what it is about this match that has them so excited.
In a history, Pakistan never beat India in a World Cup. That's why it's a big game for us.
It's very important for every Indian because it's more than World Cup. It's like a not every people think not it's a game. It's like part of our hearts.
I'm a cricket lover, so I'm basically not rooting for a team, just hoping that good cricket is played.
The Maple Leafs scored a 4-3 win against the Buffalo Sabres last night at the ACC. This marks the Leafs' 3rd straight victory over the Sabres since the All-Star break. Clark MacArthur picked up 3 points and Mikhail Grabovski scored the winning goal, keeping the Leafs' dwindling playoff hopes alive. With only 5 games left in the regular season, Toronto sits 5 points behind Buffalo for the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. In baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays are taking on the Tampa Bay Rays this afternoon in their final Grapefruit League matchup. The Jays send Jojo Reyes to the mound, while Jose Bautista takes his place in right field, ending speculation the slugger would become an everyday third baseman. The Jays kick off their regular season this Friday at the Rogers Center against the Minnesota Twins. In other baseball news, perjury trials continue for home run king Barry Bonds today, as former San Francisco Giants teammate Marvin Bernard will testify in the case. Bonds is charged for allegedly lying about steroid use to grand jury back in 2003. In basketball, the Cavs turned down the Heat last night with the win they wanted the most. Cleveland beat Miami with a final score 102-90. This is the second time LeBron James has played in Cleveland since leaving them high and dry for the Miami Heat. Coincidentally, James missed the pre-game introductions last night, but no word if the constant boos he received last time is to blame for his absence. That's it for sports. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Kayla. After the break, we'll get the latest in entertainment from Kristen Sampires.
Jennifer Aniston gets behind the camera, Rosie O'Donnell takes over the Oprah show, and Britney Spears is coming to Toronto. I'll have all your entertainment updates after the break.